the insatiable appetite of Tarrare. Though not much is known about his exact birth date or full name, Tarrare is believed to have been born in France in 1772. Records only refer to him as Tarrare. His appetite was so extreme that, during a time when feeding even one person was challenging, he could eat enough food for 4 people. His family, unable to keep up with his needs, eventually threw him out of the house. Tarrare joined a freak show that was popular at the time, performing as the man who ate everything. And he really did eat everything. His jaw could stretch wide enough to hold an entire basket of apples, which he consumed with ease. As the performances grew more grotesque, Tarrare began eating live animals. One spectator recounted how he once caught a passing cat with his mouth, ripped out its intestines, drank its blood, and ate it down to the bones. In another instance, he reportedly performed the same act on a much larger dog. On a different occasion, he swallowed a live eel without even killing it. According to records from a doctor who later studied Tarrare, animals would often flee at the sight of him, seemingly sensing the danger. Despite his endless appetite, Tarrare only weighed about 100 kilograms, 220 pounds. Known to scavenge through garbage and eat live animals, his mental health was reportedly intact. Tarrare wasn't insane, he was just endlessly hungry. A deformed body and a stench like no other. Tarrare's body was grotesquely deformed to accommodate his strange eating habits. His jaw could open extraordinarily wide, his throat stretched down to his chest, and his stomach sagged to his knees after years of constant stretching. His cheeks were loose and drooped like elephant ears. Tarrare emitted such a foul stench that people could smell him from meters away. His body odor, likened to sewage, was so intense that some claimed he appeared to have a visible cloud of steam surrounding him. Despite his grotesque appearance and smell, Tarrare was deeply patriotic. Strange patriot. Tarrare lived during the late 18th century, a time when France was embroiled in war. Despite his peculiar traits, he left the freak show behind and enlisted in the French army. However, his condition prevented him from fighting on the front lines, so he was moved to the rear. Army doctors Baron Percy and Dr. Corville took a special interest in Tarrare and conducted numerous experiments on him. They didn't fully understand his condition, given the limited medical knowledge of the time. General Alexandre de Beauharnais, intrigued by Tarrare's unique abilities, devised a plan to use him as a courier during France's war with Prussia. A wooden box containing a message was fed to Tarrare, and when it was retrieved from his excrement, the note was still legible. Tarrare was tasked with delivering a secret message to a captured French colonel behind enemy lines. A mission gone wrong. Disguised as a Prussian peasant, Tarrare swallowed the box and set off. However, his sagging skin and unbearable smell made him an easy target for suspicion. He was quickly captured by the Prussians, tortured, and forced to confess. The note inside him was a decoy with no real information, as the French generals anticipated he might be caught. Tarrare was sentenced to death for espionage, but the Prussian general, pitying his pitiful state, pardoned him and sent him back to France. Upon returning, Tarrare vowed never to take on such a mission again. A desperate decline. Baron Percy attempted to treat Tarrare's insatiable appetite with remedies like vinegar, tobacco pills, and other methods, but none worked. With limited food supplies during wartime, Tarrare turned to extreme measures. He scavenged through garbage, drank blood from medical procedures, and was even caught eating bodies in the morgue. The breaking point came when a 14-month-old baby went missing. Though it was never proven that Tarrare ate the child, he was blamed and banished. Left to fend for himself, his condition worsened. The death of Tarrare. In 1798, news reached Baron Percy that Tarrare was dying in a hospital. Percy visited him and observed his condition until Tarrare passed away, reportedly from tuberculosis. An autopsy revealed shocking findings. Tarrare's intestines were rotting and full of pus, his liver was abnormally large, and his stomach stretched to fill his entire abdominal cavity. His unbearable stench only grew worse after death, forcing doctors to abandon the autopsy. The mystery of Tarrare's relentless hunger was never solved. Theories suggest a combination of conditions such as hyperthyroidism, pica, or hypothalamic damage. Tarrare's bizarre tale remains one of history's strangest. What do you think of his extraordinary story? Share your thoughts in the comments.